this month was my choice, and I picked Dishonored 2, mainly because we picked Dishonored as our very first Backlog game, and we're coming up to 3 years of the podcast.
Yes.
So,
and he told a lie in the first episode.
Anniversary.
I told a lie in the first episode.
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna play 2."
Oh,
3
yeah.
years later, never did.
Well, he didn't lie.
No, he didn't lie. He has done it.
Yeah.
It just took a long time.
I think
it was forced.
I think I said at the end of the very first episode, I wasn't like chomping at the bit to play the second one, but I want to play the second one at some point.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, here we go. So
He had to
Dishonored.
get through his backlog first.
I did. So Dishonored 2 and all your backlogs.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2, obviously, like the original, is made by Arcane. Arcane Studios. It is kind of it's like a life sim action game.
Not live sim.
Well, not a life sim, like a simul. Yeah.
It's got a name though.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're thinking of. I'll think of it, but yeah.
I just saw it as an action game.
Yeah.
It's an action stealth game.
Yeah.
The sim is a certain. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. But essentially, you have powers, and you're stealth. You don't necessarily have to, but you're stealthing your way through these like complex levels.
I did
not. Where you
correct.
Can choose whether to kill or not kill people along the way.
An immersive sim.
Immersive sim's the word. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So, quick thoughts, guys.
I like this much better than the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's at least 3 times better than the first one.
Wow.
Okay.
It grabbed me, for one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think for me, I didn't play much of the first one when we did it for the backlog because I'd already completed it back in the day. So I just like refamiliarized myself. And I think it's an important caveat to say when you start the game, you do get to pick as either playing as Corvo, who's a character from the first one, or Emily, who's his daughter, who's kind of a new playable character in this one. I know me and Jake picked Corvo and Joe and Ben picked Emily. Is that right?
Because it seemed more thematic to the game to pick her.
So I picked Corvo, and for me, it was very similar to the first game. Like, even though it's been so long since I played it, it felt very similar.
He gets the same powers as the first game, essentially.
So to me, it didn't feel like that much of a step up from the first one. However, it's a formula that worked very well. So
I think
it's not.
I think it was in terms of like. So the first one had levels, very open levels where you got to go around and do a lot of stuff, but this felt a bit more, I feel like the levels were better.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, yeah. What about you?
I mean, the moment to moment gameplay was.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Ben?
I thought it was really, really good. More of the good stuff for me. That's how I viewed it in general.
Yeah.
As an over.
Okay, well, we should probably gameplay is going to probably encompass
most of it.
A lot of this.
I don't want to get too far into the randomness that is my play.
Yeah. But let's talk about gameplay first, and I suppose we'll talk about the combat. Probably a good start. As I kind of alluded to before, there's a lot of ways to play these games, and that's why it's an immersive sim, because you can go in and you can decide not to kill people, or you can go in and kill people, and you've got a vast array of weapons and powers to use in this process.
And how, depending on how you approach like killing or not killing, not only affects your ending, or the possibility of different endings, but it can affect your run as well, because I believe if you kill people, like more rats spawn, and then rats are dangerous.
So that's the first one where the rats spawn, but in this one it's actually the blood flies.
Okay, but rats do still spawn.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
I got a great bone charm at the very beginning that allowed me to get health back by killing rats.
Yes, I got that one. And blood flies.
Yeah.
So I just used to run up to the blood flies and
just start swinging.
Yeah.
Health pack over there. Hanging on the wall.
So you got yourself, you got your action, and then you were saying then about the bone charm. So you've got your powers, which there's various powers you can unlock, and to unlock powers and level powers up and level them up, you get runes.
Yeah, you find them in the world.
Yeah, so runes are dotted around the world. Usually in interesting places, might need a bit of a puzzle almost to solve to get them. You've got this like heart It was in the first one, and when
it creeps me out, that
the
thing.
heart,
Yeah.
it shows you on the sort of HUD where the runes are.
It starts speaking to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it also shows you where the bone charms are. So the runes are basically your currency to upgrade and buy new powers. The bone charms are like perks.
Yeah, passive perks. And you can craft bone charms out of old ones to like, because you only get a few slots. Yeah. And you can like compact a few together.
Yeah. If you put points into the skill, because I didn't do that at all.
I did just to see what it was. Yeah. But, so there's all those sort of things to collect. And I actually found myself, not so much in the first couple of levels, more so sort of maybe from the halfway point onwards, going to look for a lot of these bone charms and runes, because I found it more interesting to engage with the levels. Because Jake said, you've got these big open-ish levels, like sort of like you've got an objective to get to. And there's so many routes, especially in some with like high-rise buildings, you can sort of like teleport up and get in a window, and you've got this whole enterable building you can work your way through. Yeah. If you're just going for the main mission, you'll probably miss most of the game.
Yes.
Yeah, you will.
Whereas the bone charms and the runes, I feel like they're strategically placed to try and encourage you to visit most of the areas, and I found that was unlocking paths,
see little side things that are going on.
So the world is absolutely, the world is definitely a big part of the game. It's like maybe it's the biggest character, to be honest.
And it's genuinely best in class. Like the way the levels are designed, I think is really
it's almost something that I wish games like The Division had done. Like where they had a few buildings you could go in, but it said like, you could explore all of Manhattan. It's like, no, you can explore the streets of Manhattan. You can't go in all the buildings. But in this one, you can pretty much go in every building you see.
There's definitely some you can't, but it's very clear. The majority
like they'll be fully bolted up or something, or barricaded. But if there's even a loose bit of glass in a window, you think, I could probably get in there. And you can.
I liked the fact that a lot of things didn't stand out. You didn't have the different coloured door moment. I can go in there. Things didn't stand out. Like, can I get up to that ledge? I'm not sure.
I think that's why I liked the runes and the bone charms sort of hunting. Because it did take me to places I would never have thought I could go otherwise. For better or for worse, I like it because it's immersive. But if I wasn't going for the bone charms, then I probably would have missed a lot, because the game.
Definitely. I definitely see a slight negative with it. Like I agree. I really like it. But I see the slight negative of it, where you have to find the runes to level up. And if you aren't inclined, I suppose, to explore, and you just want to...
There are some you can buy from black market merchants, though.
You can, to be fair.
I think if you're... Because I was playing mainly stealthy and knocking people out instead of killing them. And that became quite hard and almost a drag at parts to like go out of my way to get some of these things, because I was stealthing. I feel like if you were rushing it and just killing everyone, then it would be a lot easier, because you could just wipe out everyone and then just go around looting.
That is exactly what I did.
That's why I only got to like the third level as well, because I was just killing everyone.
But you could just, you could knock them out, which was sometimes.
Yeah, but then their body can be discovered by somebody else, and then that leads you on a path of being discovered, and then
I just kill the guy that's easier if no one
sees anything because they're all dead.
I feel like they almost should wake up eventually if you knock them out. But you could theoretically go through a whole level, knock everyone out, and then you're just free to explore. And sometimes I did that.
I've done that before in the past. There's a lot of array of weapons and powers as well to do so. So the teleport is probably the biggest one.
Which you don't get as Emily.
You get something called Far Reach, which is pretty much the same.
I think a powers are
Corvo, isn't it?
The powers are very similar, but they're not quite the same. I think she can lift people up, can't she? Where Corvo can like throw people.
She drags them. She can drag them towards her and then impale them as well.
So that's the best move possible. All I did was upgrade the push. Because I just upgraded the one skill because there wasn't enough quick draw slots.
There's only 4.
There's 4, So once you've got your gun, you've got your gun and your bow. You've then got a push and a mine.
So I basically had.
I never used the mines at all.
I put that there because that's why I only upgraded the push, so that I've got one ability, so that I can use a mine as well.
There's 4 types of crossbow bolts as well.
There is.
I found myself using. I think this is kind of what comes into like the fact that I don't think the combat is very good, which is why I didn't play.
Oh, really?
Aggressively, because I did play a couple like times aggressively just to see, and I found it really clunky. But because there isn't that many quick draw slots, and because for the most part I had a lot of mine set to like things for stealth,
I think that was it more so, because I tried the same thing and thought the combat was a bit clunky. But
you're constantly picking up the wheel.
Me and you were playing stealth, Brad, whereas Ben, Joe, how did you find it just killing everybody?
I always had just a power and my sword out most of the time.
Yeah.
I got a great power where you can link multiple people together, and then whatever you do to the first person happens to all of them.
Yeah.
So that push and sword.
I think I upgraded it to where I could get 3 or 4 people linked together.
Oh wow!
So I'd scout around the level. There's a distance of it.
Yeah,
so they have to be like relatively close together. But I would scout around the level, see which group I could get within one hit, basically. So that made half of like a room or half of like an open area traversable really easily, because there'll be like 2 people left, and I could take on 2 people at once.
Yeah.
Whereas if you alert one guy, then 5 other guys come out, you're dead. Really. Yeah, you can't escape that.
Yeah,
you can't even blink out of that.
Yeah, you can mine.
You can.
I don't know. I was an utter psycho, so I just the end of the stream, because one of the problems with the stream this week. Apologies, guys. I was stuck in the Clockwork Mansion, so a lot of it was a lot of me running backwards and forwards, going, "Oh, I've been here."
Yes.
So it was a kind of a bad level to stream, really. But at the end of it, I did get on to level 4 and start showing how I played it.
Murdering everybody.
I just slaughtered everything I came across. The push was hilarious because you could just run up and push him into a wall while you stabbed the guy next to him. And then by the time that guy got up, you'd stabbed him and more was coming. So you'd flick one up in the air and it landed and you just poke.
For the stealth gameplay, I almost had to have the sleep darts all the time. And I was constantly looking for sleep darts.
They're hard to find as well. I found more incendiary ones than anything.
Yeah. So it kind of becomes a bit of a struggle, especially when there's 2 people stood right next to each other.
Yeah.
What do? You can't silently take out one of them because it takes time. The other one will spot you.
You have to distract.
You also would have got your blue bar back, will you, for not killing?
Well, I think, I don't know how you guys feel doing it, like sort of full action. I feel like the economy for certain bits of equipment is really bad. So the mana, awful.
Blue bar.
Really? I was finding blue potions everywhere.
Yeah,
but we killed Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was stealthing. And bear in mind, there was 2 missions in a row. So there was one mission where what I didn't realize is that loads of blue mana, but it automatically uses them. If you
uses the potions
threshold, and I didn't realize that until quite late in the game. So I used all my mana without realizing potions, because it was automatically popping my vial.
See,
it was 2 missions in a row. I bear in mind, for these 2 missions, I also looked for every single bone charm and rune, 100%ed them. I didn't find any blue mana potions.
See, I didn't find this issue at all. I never ran out of mana. But all I was really doing was teleporting around and using the dark vision to see where people were.
Take a lot up.
So dark vision.
I like to teleport into people's heads.
So dark vision and blink you can use with no mana, because you always replenish a little bit.
Yeah.
Always use them. And what I found I was doing is I was blinking and then just sat still, waiting for it to replenish, blinking again.
What I would normally do is I'd blink to a location, look around. By the time I've looked around, I'd have enough to blink again.
And that's fine, but I'm talking like when I'm trying to get up top somewhere, I'd blink onto a lamppost.
Oh, okay.
And there's not a lot of looking around I can do from the top of a lamppost. And then I'd blink to like a vent, a duct sort of thing, but I still couldn't reach the window I wanted to get to. So then I'd wait. And then I'd blink. So there was a lot of that. Because when I was using like the possession, which I used quite a lot, or the time slow, that uses a big chunk of your mana. I'd only get to use that a couple times in a level before I'd run out of mana, and then I stuck to just doing blink. And
I get that, to be fair.
Dark,
but I just never ran out of mana.
But you just said you didn't use those abilities as much.
No, I suppose.
So that's
the chain one did use quite a bit of mana, but as I was killing, you get quite a bit back.
For the high chaos guys, for Ben and Joe, do you replenish mana as you kill people? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
right back up.
You kind of use what you kind of get back what you just used.
It's more on the stealthy kill side. You don't get it just for butchering them.
And it's a perk you have to unlock, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I think it just happens.
See, I didn't get any of that. I know there is a bone charm you can get that allows you to replenish mana. So I replenish mana from drinking water, and there's water everywhere to drink.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it.
There's definitely one for
one of the
assassinating people.
Ones.
There's definitely one for assassinating people.
But all the bone charms I was getting were health based, and I had an abundance of health potions. Like I was full all the time to the point where every time I found a health potion, I would drink one just to replenish the tiniest bit of it.
God. Yeah, I had an abundance of health potions as well.
I didn't. You see, there you go. That's the other way. That's why health wise, I didn't have a lot of all the time. I was getting fruit off tables. I was doing all sorts to keep myself.
See, because I was stealthy, I didn't need to. This is the two sort of avenues of play. You guys needed more health potions. I needed more mana.
Well, I didn't even really need health potions.
I didn't need either, guys. Just saying that.
If you can kill 3 guys or 4 guys in one go, you only have to risk getting hit once, maybe.
I will say I wasn't very.
If you get alerted.
I wasn't very good at being stealthy, as much as I wanted to be stealthy. What would normally happen is I'd take one guy out, maybe 2 guys, even 3, but then the other guys would spot me as I was doing so, and then I'd end up getting into some kind of kerfuffle where I'd have to parry to then knock them out, which you can do, which I don't think you can do in the first game. So you could parry them, then punch them in the face, and then choke them out, basically, which I ended up doing a lot.
So did I.
I didn't go with the stealth route just because it took so long to knock someone out. If you could do the same like animation, but it bopped them on the head or something and knocked them out rather than having to choke them out, I would have done that. But because knocking them out was so much more risky, it was like, well, I don't gain anything from doing this, so I'm just going to kill them.
Well, you get the better ending.
You get the low chaos.
Yeah, but I didn't know there was other endings.
Just loads of endings, by the way. No. But what I found with the stealth, obviously it's an immersive sim, so you've got loads of different options to address every single scenario. What I found is it could be a bit unpredictable, the game, and sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. I found the only viable way of playing it in stealth was quick save all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So every time you wanted to engage with anything, I would have to quick save and do it. And most of the time, whatever I tried to do didn't do what I wanted it to. So there was one bit, it took me about 5 or 6 attempts to genuinely throw a glass bottle to distract someone. Because sometimes I'd throw it and it would...
Because you throw terribly.
Well, sometimes it would just shatter on nothing.
I blew myself up so many times. But just tried to throw the thing into a crowd of people, the like power thing, and it'd just go bang in front of me.
So once I threw it, and instead of investigating the shattered glass, they investigated where it came from, which just never happens in games. You know what I mean? So I just didn't expect it. So I just had to keep reloading. Yeah. And I found myself reloading a bit too much to the point where I was getting a bit more frustrated than I
definitely get that.
Done.
Yeah, because I got a bit like that as well.
So that is, and some of the levels, the Clockwork Mansion one, the first time it introduces the like Tesla coils, where if you get close to them, you just get zapped and instantly die. I know you didn't see them, did you, Jake?
No, I did. I did in the Clockwork. I just teleported around.
I didn't know what was killing me. Yeah. In fact, you can see that in the stream. I've just died again.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize, and then when I did, it took me a while to figure out how to get around it. But again, it was quick saves, because when you die, if you don't quick save, you go back quite far sometimes.
Yeah, you lost checkpoint.
I only just discovered that as well towards the end, because I was replaying a lot.
Well, you were on PC right then.
Yeah.
So if I remember, when I played the first game on PC, it's a button. You just press a button to quick save.
Oh, right. I was on a controller, so it's...
Okay. There is a button. It might be an F button. It might be something else, but there's a button to quick save, whereas on console, you have to pause it, hold right trigger.
Yeah, the hold was doing me in.
And it was just a bit frustrating. It didn't feel as quick as I wanted it to. And then the loading times weren't exactly short. They weren't long, but they weren't like instant, because it's a bit of an older game.
Yeah.
So there was quite a lot of time I didn't feel like I was playing.
I get what you mean.
Just going back to the distraction thing, I always found that when I needed to distract someone, there was never anything around to distract people.
Same.
Fair.
Only in areas where there was an abundance of people, there was no glasses or anything. But in loads of empty offices, there was loads of stuff you can pick up. So I was like, do I carry this around with me for the next 10 minutes just in case?
Yeah.
But no.
You could throw them at people to like kind of...
Yeah, I
throw them at people and run up.
By throwing a glass at the balls, and then the flinch state, so I could just one hit kill him.
Yeah,
It did feel like it felt a bit restrictive in that way. Like you should be able to pocket a bottle at a time.
Yeah.
Even like getting the heart out to look for the runes and the bone charms, you then couldn't use your powers.
Yeah, I think the heart should have been a separate button.
Yeah, and you should have even maybe been able to put it in your right hand so you could use powers. You could still.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Instead of the sword, but you always got the sword.
Always got the sword. Yeah. So there's just a few elements from the gameplay perspective that just did sort of frustrate me.
Do you think that's age related more?
I don't think so. I think it's the design of the game. Like it didn't show its age in any way, to be honest. Maybe I
found that, to be fair. I thought it was very good for
out in
consideration.
I believe 2016.
It still looked like a great game. I thought it didn't look old to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's very stylized.
Yeah, the art direction was great.
Yeah.
Sorry,
not my fancy, to be fair. I thought it just everything felt grimy and bleak, but that's the flavour of the game.
2016 is when it came out. Yeah. So 2012 is when the original came out. Well, speaking of the look of the game, I do think this was a step up from the first one, because the first one's very much in that grey-brown era of gaming.
Yeah.
Whereas this has got a lot more colour to it.
It feels very much like, we've said it before, like the Dredge cutscenes. Not cutscenes, but the talking.
The portraits,
yeah.
Portraits, and it's really nice aesthetic. I've wrote down here, like, more games need to look like this, because it's pretty timeless.
Yeah, definitely.
So, plenty of other games from the same era, 2016, you're playing out and they look ugly.
Definitely. And the voice acting's really good in the game. There's so many famous actors in it, actually.
Yeah.
So Vincent, what's he called?
D'Onofrio.
What?
Kingpin,
yeah.
Vincent
D'Onofrio, I thought it was.
Or D'Onofrio,
I think it's D'Onofrio. So Kingpin's the mayor, which I was, maybe not, it took me a while to click, but then I was like, it's Kingpin.
Yeah, it's like immediately.
Pedro Pascal's in it.
Yeah, him I didn't know.
I wouldn't have been able to tell that was him. Rosie O'Donnell? Is it Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell, who's she in it?
She's Megan.
Oh, okay.
Pedro Pascal played the leader of the Howlers.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I met them.
No, I don't think you will have done.
The Howlers, was that so when you first get introduced to the black market?
Yes.
Is that
no, it's a second black market level. And he
shows basically the criminals.
Yeah. He's the one who turns into the rats when you kill him.
So I had quite a funny moment with that, just because of what I was doing in my play style. I went into the thing, and the woman behind the counter says, "Oh, you can't be in here. There's coming." Yeah. I went outside and slaughtered them all. And then came back into her, and she's like, "I can't believe you stood up." Obviously, you don't kill him. He's part of the main story.
Yeah.
Turns to rats and runs off. Killed his bodyguards and slaughtered it all. Came back inside, and she's like, I can't believe you stood up to them. And I thought that was a really good show of the game, because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that. And to be fair, we can probably move on to the levels now, because this is probably the most impressive thing to me. Like there are two levels in this game that are like peak level making. I don't know how else to say it. The Clockwork Mansion to me is really good, though it is a bit frustrating because it's a bit of a maze.
It is definitely frustrating, and I think the Clockwork robots make it more frustrating, because unless you know how to beat them.
But I know, because you and Ben have both said this to me off pod. There is literally a sheet you can read that tells you how to beat it. In multiple different ways. And it's on your ship before you even start the mission.
Well, how would you beat them stealthily?
You wait. You could take. Well, there's a few different ways. The stun grenades. Stun mines kill them instantly.
Yeah, but they make a lot of noise.
If you manage to take the back panel off and then hit this power source behind that kills them instantly as well.
Again, how'd you take the back panel off without getting right up to it?
You could shoot it with a fire. I think I once shoot it with a fire bolt and then ran up and just took it out quickly. But still, I know what you mean. If there's other people around, they're going to see you.
I think it's one of those where I've got a note here that I feel like the enemy variety was very, very lacking. And these were at least a different enemy type. I just don't know if
they were absolute copy clones of each other, weren't
they? I don't know,
everyone's the same.
In that regard, but I think they had like elite guards, and they had different types.
But they didn't do anything differently.
No, they did. Some of them had
the one enemy I encountered that was different. He had a rifle he was shooting me with. I'm like, why can't I get a rifle?
But again,
I'd rather have that than the pistol.
If you're playing it stealthily, they kind of are all just the same. The only difference is the
I just got
monsters
caught too often. Then there's the witches in the later levels. Are way different.
They're annoying. But then there's like, I would say,
but they're all identical to each other.
Yeah,
but I do think the guards are different. Like there's the elite guards and the standard guards fight differently.
Yeah,
the
but
red coats,
taking them all out stealthily.
Yeah,
no difference.
I
think that's what I'm getting at.
If you get caught, like I did many times.
Yeah. And even like the witches again, like if you're getting stealthy and you're not getting caught, there's no difference between any of them other than the clockwork ones. Like they don't.
I have a bit of a funny story with the witches because they often hung around in pairs.
Yeah.
So I had to use the sleep darts on most of those. One of them, I took out one of them silently, and as the other one was like spotting me, it slowed down time because I had that bone charm attached. So I got out the sleep dart, shot her very quickly. She fell asleep, because she was stood on a chandelier. She was like dangling off a chandelier. She just fell off.
Yeah.
And I just looked down this like building you're in, and I was like, well, I didn't kill her. Moving on.
Yeah, so going back to the Clockwork Mansion, like as a mission, as a level, I really liked how the whole, like, not the whole thing, but there's like certain rooms where it all like shifts around. Which was interesting enough, but then it was even more interesting when you sort of fall between the cracks.
Yeah.
And the whole world, you sort of get underneath it and you see like the back end of how it all goes together.
He comments, doesn't he? I see you're in the walls.
Yes. And the guy's sort of like talking to you. You kind of know, okay, I must be going the right way because the guy's
that is the only indication, isn't it? He was giving you stick for doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I did think it was a really cool level. Did you got to that, obviously, Ben? I know you did, Jake. Did you get to that level, Joe?
No, I got to the island lab. There's like, it looks like a sanatorium.
Yes, Oh, so you missed out with the clockwork.
The lady studying the blood flyers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Did you save her?
Or kill her?
Kill her.
I think I saved her.
Yeah, you have to go find a cure, basically.
Yeah.
Can you guess what I did?
You killed her. I did think she was going to come back as some sort of villain, though. She was a bit mental. Like I thought a bit of Jekyll and Hyde thing was going to happen.
It definitely was going on with her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, did you save her then? Because that is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I know I've not killed her. So maybe I've not finished the level fully.
You mustn't have failed it.
I was just going around exploring like most of the levels.
Yeah. Once you sort of start initiating, she turns into the what's it called? Spoilers, I suppose.
There's notes saying that people have seen some sort of monster in the lab.
Yeah. There's a serial killer, the Crown Killer.
The Crown Killer, yeah.
She is the Crown Killer, basically, because she's kind of like a feral beast.
She's been experimenting on herself.
Yeah.
I missed a pivotal note.
Yeah.
And it was to unlock a safe to go back to her or something, and you can't do anything.
Get an antidote.
I ran around for a long time trying to find that note, and I couldn't find. I had to Google it in the end, and I missed it. It's in conversation. It's not even a note.
Yeah.
You have it with a conversation on a guy on a gurney, and by utter chance, I Googled some of the combinations because I'd missed the conversation.
Yeah. Well, some I don't know if all of them are, but a lot of the combinations are randomized.
Yes, that's the problem. So it was utter chance. I started doing some of the combinations thinking maybe I'll get it. I didn't, and I went back and changed one digit and it unlocked. And it was an absolute fluke.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I do think that's cool that like it's not just a set combination.
Yeah, even if they're on a note somewhere, the note will change what the numbers would be.
Yeah. You keep all your notes and all the information you find out through, even if it's like verbal, goes into your like journal.
I couldn't find it anywhere.
So you can keep going back to find stuff.
I think it's really interesting. Like most of the sort of like when you go into a level, it's usually you need to get in and kill this person or eliminate them.
Yeah.
And most of them have multiple ways you can do it. One way will just be like kill them. One way will be do something to them.
There's always like a there's always a non-lethal way.
Yeah, and some ways are really interesting. It makes it more interesting to try and like
some of the non-lethal ways. I swear are worse than the lethal ways. Like what you do to is he called Jinjos? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
The Clockwork Mansion guy. Yeah. What you do to him, which I'm not going to spoil, in the non-lethal way. I always like, maybe I should just put him down.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem very nice.
You do have like ramifications.
Yes.
So I think the best example of that, which is the best mission in the game, and
100%.
maybe one of the best missions that I've ever played in a game, full stop. Up until this point, I was like pretty mid on the game, but this mission turned things around. I can't remember what the mission's called, but you go to find a guy who's basically like gone insane, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He was a pretty key figure in something. I didn't really follow too much of the story, but he was a key figure and he's gone insane because of something he saw X amount of years ago. And you get into the level and you get this new device where you can travel in time. Which, bear in mind, this was on PS4, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a new heart type thing, and it
early though, right? PS4.
Yeah,
it was early, wasn't it?
2016. So probably
like mid. Yeah.
Mid. Okay.
You get this new heart type thing, and you press a button, and it comes with this little like screen. It's like 3 shards of glass with a screen. When you look through the screen, you can see the world you're looking at, but like 20 years ago.
3 years ago, it was.
3 years ago.
Yeah, in the story.
20 years ago. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then if you press it, you can teleport back in time. So you're literally jumping back in time. It's kind of like that mission on Titanfall 2, where you're going back in time and you're trying to solve puzzles by doing something in one timeline and going back to the other timeline. And, but it's really cool having this way of like peeking into the past.
Yeah, I really like that.
This mission was so good. Like there was bone charms and stuff that you had to get by going back in time. So like one of the rooms was flooded. I couldn't figure out why it was flooded, but in order to do it, I had to go back in time and there was a leak. Like you could see when the pipe's leaking, and you had to basically find a way of stopping the leak. So like when you go back forward in time, it's not flooded. There's another mission, another room you couldn't get into because it was swarmed with blood flies that were blocking the door. So you had to get into the room in a previous time. There was a dead body in there. It was one of those dogs, and you had to dispose of it so that the blood flies never spawn, so that you can get. And it was smart. Really, really clever. And there was loads of things you could do with that. But what I really liked about it is because the time travel didn't use any mana, I was like teleporting back and forth in time in combat.
Yeah,
so
it was really good.
Accidentally get caught, but then I would go back in time, run behind him, go forward in time again, and choke him out, and constantly doing that. And
so when you went back in time, was the guard still on his route? The same, that's odd.
Yeah, and it's to be fair.
He was only in one time.
Oh right, okay. I thought you meant like the enemy persisted where he was.
No. So one time
works so well because time carries on in both.
Yeah.
So like because you can see like what's happening in the other world.
Yeah.
So you go to the past, you alert the guards, then you teleport back to the future.
But
you can look through the thing, you can see where the guard's looking for you.
Yeah.
Still,
you know where the guard's going to be because you can see them, and then you can get behind them and take.
Very well, very well done.
It was a really, really cool mechanic. But then one of the really cool things, I'm going to have to do spoilers just to express how cool this was. The whole aim of this mission is to interact with this guy who's gone insane. But in the time,
technically, it's to find out why the main villain can't die.
Yes, that's it. So you need to get into his room.
Yeah.
You need to get into this room. Now, one way of doing it is what I think you did, Jake. You basically, there's a note next to him, and you basically kind of got in there, teleported in, read the note, left.
Yeah, and didn't interact with anyone.
And that was it, did it? The game carries on as if nothing's happened. You've got your note, you carry on. The way I did it was I snuck in and I choked the guy out and knocked him out. But because I'd knocked him out, he never then went on to see the thing that night that made him go insane.
Cool.
So when I go back to the normal time, not only is he helping me out as a like companion guy back at the boat, but the main woman, I can't remember what she's called,
Megan,
with the eye patch and no arm. She has both her eyes. She's got both her arms. She's like healed completely, and loads of other little stuff in the world has changed. But obviously to them it's normal. But to me,
it's happened, because you've changed the past. That is because when you told me about that, because you said, "Oh, yeah," and then that guy's on the ship with you. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
No, he's not." And that blew my mind that you could actually change it that much.
And I think it changed a few other things. So did you ever find out like about her past?
Megan's
a little
past.
bit, yeah.
Did she?
To be fair, yeah, I found out that she used to work for one of the bad guys in the first one.
Yeah, there are certain things I don't think do happen unless you do this. But I just thought it was really cool. Something I didn't realize I was even doing. Now, if you obviously kill him, it'll change things differently again.
Differently as well, yeah.
I've never really seen that in a game, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
So that mission, and then speaking with Jake about it afterwards, I thought was excellent. And then the next few missions are just kind of like normal again.
It's back to normal, yeah.
So you don't keep that thing, the time thing.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
mean, that would be a whole game mechanic, or 100%. It's a game around on its own.
Yeah, I think there's an explanation of why it only works there.
Well, it's the like, I'm not going to say the god, but there's like a otherworldly being that gives you your powers. He gives you the device.
The outsider.
He gives you the device for that level. So I imagine it's tailor-made for that situation.
Yeah.
In the lore.
Are you and Corvo the only ones the outsider has given powers to?
I don't think so.
No, because you don't meet anyone else who can do what you can do.
So the witches have powers, and the main woman bad guy and one of her disciples has powers, but I don't think they got them from the outsider. They get them from the void, which is where the outsider comes from.
I discovered there was people like me the hard way as I came out of the mansion and I blinked to kill this woman. She also blinked at the same time. I was like, wait a minute.
He had the Spider-Man meme. He was like, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, no.
But there are other good missions. Like there's a mission where you can essentially pick a side between who takes over the Dust District.
Or you can side with none of them.
Or you can, like I did, I decided not to side with any of them and ship them both off to the mines. I won't spoil any more of that.
Wow.
That made me laugh.
I did like little bits of the world building. You can stand, if you're doing little stealth mode bits, you can hear the guards talking about the situation that's happening.
Yeah.
You can hear them, or when they see you, they go, "Oh, it's the Empress. Oh, the old Empress." And like the way that they stumble over themselves when they're panicking, and they've made the world very real.
Yeah, like, I never got those because I was Corvo.
Yeah.
I never got those, but I would have got different. So it's cool that you've got a completely different game. It encourages replayability in that sense.
100%.
Do they assume that Corvo's the crown killer?
Yes,
they do.
Yeah. I thought so.
But the ending of the game, I didn't really enjoy the last mission. I thought it was a bit.
I thought it was okay, but considering you get that massive time gimmick, it had no gimmicks in it. It was just a mission.
It was, and it wasn't probably was one of the worst missions as well. But then the final fight, you can do it a bit differently, but it kind of feels like it pushes you into doing it in like an action fight sequence, and it didn't work that well for me.
Especially if you stealth the whole game, or attempt to stealth the whole game.
Yeah, so there's a few little elements like that in the back end, but it was really cool and how it all ties it together, all your decisions. It's not just like good ending, bad ending. Yeah. It's very nuanced. So it's like, this person does this or takes over this district and this happens and then this happens. And there's like, just if you probably
like at the end of the Witcher games, it shows you that long tapestry of the things that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's not like one ending. It's like there's 5 or 6 different things and then maybe 3 or 4 different things that can happen for each one of those.
Yeah.
Depending whether you were good or evil, depending on whether you saved this person or this person, depending on whether you sided with them or them, etc. And it changes it.
Or if you just kill everyone.
But if you kill everyone, then you get like the bad ending. But
it's not a bad ending. No one's alive to know it's good or bad.
To be fair, I wouldn't say it's like necessarily. There is one really bad ending with Corvo from what I've seen, but like that you have to be like really, really bad in that one. But there are the bad ending for getting high chaos and kills isn't as bad as I expected when I had a look online.
It's kind of like you become the ruler, but you rule with an iron fist.
Yeah, rather than like everyone's being a peaceful leader.
Like I said, utter psycho. That's the way I went.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily like evil, but it like hints towards maybe bad stuff happening.
Agreed.
Yeah. What did you think of the story?
What I got of it, I thought it was all right. It's nothing like amazingly groundbreaking.
Yeah,
it's the usual trope of oh no, somebody's possibly dead, so I will kill millions more.
It was fine.
The way it started to me just felt very much like the first game.
Yeah.
It was like, oh wait, I'm suspected again. Oh, okay.
I imagine if you delved into a lot of the notes and all that it probably will have fleshed it out quite a lot, but I didn't. So it was fine. It was serviceable.
Yeah,
it was
I think
like twists and turns.
The story, it's the right word. The story at its face.
It's serviceable.
It is
at
face value. It's serviceable.
It's not about the story.
But it's not really like, as Joe just said, it's not groundbreaking. I wouldn't say. It's just, it gets you into the story. But then if you want more, you can get more out of doing the levels. I think the world, world building is way better than the story.
Notes, learning about what's happening in that area.
And seeing what else is going on.
It's a thrust to get you into these locations.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To experience the game.
Yeah. So, should we do overalls? Just before we do, I know me and Brad finished it. Joe, you said you got up to, I think that was level...
The end of the 3rd level.
3, yeah. And Ben, where did you get up to? Level 5, by the sounds of it?
5.
You did Clockwork Mansion. So
I did Clockwork Mansion, so 5 then,
Yeah.
I think started Murderizing 5.
Yeah. Cool. So, overalls. What do we think? Who wants to start?
I'll start. I really enjoyed doing it. But one of the things that's in the back of my mind is, did I enjoy doing it because I was chatting to you guys about it?
Okay.
Yeah.
The book club aspect.
Would I have come back to it more if I was on my own playing it? I can't answer that.
It is
but it's not that it didn't stand up.
Yeah.
It's not that it didn't stand up or anything. I think it did well. I liked some of the things it did. I loved the world building. But maybe it's a product of its time.
I think some of those elements of chatting to other people about it definitely bolsters it. Like I was saying, the time bending one, the stuff I talked about with Jake afterwards.
And if you'd played the game at the time, you would have had that experience.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then you can ask, like, how did you approach this and how did you deal with this? Unless you're going to do multiple replays, you're not going to see all those other
very true.
Yeah.
Sort of elements.
And if you really like the game, you probably would do multiple.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends about it. Shout out to Jono. He did this whole game without getting spotted or killing anyone.
Wow.
He did one of his. That was to get one of the trophies or achievements.
That's
I'm assuming you
impressive.
Yes.
Quick load.
You can even do. I think so. You can even do the game with no powers. You can decide.
I feel like would be broken because.
Yeah, you can decide not to take the powers at the start as well.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I feel like I could have done
the Hitman element does attract me to it because of doing it your way.
Yeah. I feel like I could have done it without killing, just with the quick loads. Like for the most of the game, I didn't kill anyone, but then I kind of remembered that I did right at the beginning kill someone by accident.
Oh.
So,
oops.
So there was no point continuing. So for the most part, I did it like 90% non-lethal.
Same.
But
I killed the people I thought deserved it.
Yeah.
Anyone who spotted me, they deserve it.
But then there was
who
some
knows who I am.
There were some non-lethal options that felt a bit more like, you deserve this happening to you actually, rather than me killing you. Like the mayor, for example. I won't spoil that though. So that's a recommend from Ben. Yes,
I think it's a recommend, but like I said, unsure in some ways whether it was the book club element that made me love it too much. But you guys can decide that. Go play it. It's
Joe.
I'm really on the fence. Like I really enjoyed playing it, but I know it's not my kind of game. Like I would never have, if I'd seen gameplay of this, I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, I'll play that. That looks good. But as I was playing it, I was like, this is kind of fun actually, and there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's some powers that I think should have been built into your toolkit anyway, like the dark vision thing. I don't think you should have had to invest points in that.
Yeah.
It should have been like the Batman vision mode or whatever he gets.
Not everybody wants to go find all the runes.
Yeah,
I think that's what I was trying to get
at. That and the fact if you really want to stealth it, that's kind of a aspect you need to have. if it's a stealth game, because there's no mini map, there's no radar. You need to be able to somehow know how many people are in an area or which route you can take without, reloading loads of times, figuring out people's routes.
Yeah.
But the other thing I didn't really like was the art style. I like the style. I don't like the setting.
Okay.
I would have liked it to be somewhere else. It's like a kind of bleak, weird, middle-aged France with some technology. It feels grimy and horrible, and I feel dirty playing in the areas that you go in. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Is that not
bring back the poo filter?
Is that not succeeded in what it's trying to do?
I mean, it's succeeded in its goal, but it's not a goal that I want.
Yes,
fair enough. Yeah.
I was talking to Colby about it. I would have liked this to be in somewhere like ancient China or something like that, because there's no honor is in the name, and they're like big on that. Like doing things honorably and stuff, or like medieval Japan or something like that. The way the swordplay would lend itself to being a ninja as well. I think it would be cool.
You should play Ghost of Tsushima.
You might quite
it isn't.
You might quite like Deathloop, because Deathloop is very similar in how it plays. Obviously, you've got guns, but it allows for that combat side to come more to the forefront.
Yeah,
your powers are more generous, and it's not grimy. And it was their next game.
That was their next game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you might quite like that.
I would have liked more weapons, because the crossbow and the pistol are very similar. One's just quieter than the other.
Yeah.
I would have liked if I could have a two-handed weapon, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say if I could have the rifle that guy would have had, I could have taken people out from afar stealthily, rather than having to go up and stab them.
Yeah.
If you think you quite liked the some of the things you're saying you wish you could have in the game are in Deathloop.
Yeah.
So it might.
It's just it being a roguelike.
It's not.
Yeah, that would put me off.
Anyway, back to task in hand.
Yeah, back to task in hand. I love the sword play. For how simple it was really effective. If you got really good at parrying and you couldn't dodge, could you? You couldn't do a back stepper out, but your blocks and your parries and you put them into stun state and stuff like that. That all flowed seamlessly, and I loved that.
Yeah,
I would have liked a second sword on the left hand to be able to do more of it. That would have been great.
Yeah.
You could blink and then not realize where you were and where everyone else has gone.
Yeah. I would have liked if you could lock onto someone and blink, so when you came out of it, you were still facing them.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That'd have been cool, actually.
I think I've played a lot of first-person melee combat games to the point where...
to turn around.
No, to the point where this didn't feel good.
Oh, right.
That's why I didn't like
the last first-person melee combat game I played was Skyrim, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, and it's a massive upgrade on that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, I didn't enjoy the combat in this, which is why I went stealth.
So,
but
you're very 50-50, Joe.
I would recommend it to other people that aren't me.
Yeah, which is it's fair.
It's just not my kind of game. But I really appreciate what they did, and they succeeded in what they were going for.
Definitely. Brad?
I think I would definitely recommend it. There's a few caveats that I think I've addressed going through this. Things like you do have to quick save. I would recommend doing a stealth playthrough, because I don't think the combat holds up, but you could judge that for yourself pretty easily.
I think it really sounds like if you build yourself as a stealthy person, you're just not going to have a good time in combat.
Yeah.
No, but you don't get new sword abilities. So the sword combats.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Ben and Joe's with the pull and the push.
Because that's the only thing.
The chain ability was the best thing.
Yeah, and then the chain
combo gets that or not.
Just suddenly whipping out the gun because you've stuffed it when you arrived to stab someone and there was 3 people. I mean, it added to it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I do think ultimately it is a good game. I mean, I finished it, which is usually a good sign. I did get frustrated in a few sort of parts. It's not wholeheartedly everyone should play this game, but it's definitely a recommend. Give it a go and see how it feel after a couple missions.
Yeah,
if it's for you, you'll know, and it'll click hard. But it might not be for you.
I would have liked to not be judged on how I did it. At the end of the level, because
I think that's quite important.
You could play it as a buccaneer sort of pirate, like Ben, and have a really great time. But the game's going, nah, you're rubbish. You didn't.
Yeah, it's not saying it's rubbish. It's
negative,
chaotic and evil. That's usually the bad.
To be fair, it doesn't say evil. Yeah, it doesn't say evil. It just says high chaos.
Yeah. No, but then there's killing. There's another one.
Yeah,
there's 4 stats.
Yeah,
but then you can be like, okay, that's how many people I took out.
It's only bad if like it's bad from a stealth perspective if you've killed people.
Yeah, but it's a stealth game.
People, but if you're going in to kill people, it's not bad that it tells you.
I also like that at the end there's like a 4-way graph, isn't there?
That's the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like stealth.
Mine was the bottom left every time.
I think it's like stealth, assault, kill, and something else. Probably like non-lethal.
Yeah.
And, it can go up to any one of those. For me, usually it was like assault, but non-lethal. Even though I was trying to stealth, as I said.
Yeah.
But so moving on to my recommend.
Yeah.
I, again, very similar to Brad, I would say. I'd recommend it. It did have its minor annoyances. I think to me the biggest one is you have to quick save to play the game almost, because
don't even try if you don't want.
It's if you're going in blind and you just willy-nillying it, that is a fine way to play it, but you're probably better doing that.
You're better killing if you're doing that.
If you're the type of person who plays stealth games and is going to restart a section because you got caught, then
you're going to be there a while.
So
you have to quick save. But I feel like that's
so easy to get caught.
That's stealth games.
Yeah.
I feel like people do that in stealth games anyway. So
but in a lot of stealth games, the checkpoints are a bit more generous.
And the enemies are less organic in most stealth games. In this, they didn't seem to stick to a set route at all. They just explored and did whatever.
There must be some kind of route, because you could get the ability for dark vision to show their route.
Yeah.
But when other things when you start interacting with the world, their whole routes change. Stuff like that.
I think what's interesting is in most games, it's a very obvious route that the enemy is there looking in your direction. They will eventually turn around and walk away so you can walk behind them. Whereas in this, a lot of the time, the route isn't obvious. Like the route to go, like enemy turns around, you go this way, isn't obvious. It's like there's always someone watching the bit.
I think is better. It's more realistic,
organic, as Joe is saying.
And I feel like it's extremely well made. The world and the environment is all very extremely well made, and the levels are like fantastic. It's got some of the best level design I've ever seen. I would recommend it, but it's not like a high recommend.
My final point, just which would make it a higher recommend for me, I wish there was a mode where maybe there was no mana and you could just use your powers freely. You could just blink.
Okay,
blink,
God mode.
Possess, do all this. Maybe like a little bit limited.
What puts me off at second playthrough is having to go and get the runes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no New Game Plus to take it.
I don't think so. No. I don't mind going and getting all the runes in the first playthrough, let's say. Or even going back and doing some, but I don't think that's an option.
No.
So, but anyway, that was Dishonored 2. It sounds like we all enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know how we got 25 minutes out of recommendations, but just saying.
So, what are we playing next? Brad, it's your turn.
So, it's my pick next, and I'm going to pick Star Wars Outlaws, because it's just come to PlayStation Plus. I think it's also on Xbox Game Pass.
It is.
And I've wanted to play it for a while.
Cool. Well, it's been an extremely long episode. We've had a lot to talk about.
You're welcome.
Back to normal next time.
Yeah.
Puppies.
Puppies.
Well, until then, go cuddle some puppies. See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.